Welcome to the podcast. Today I have Sam Stoddard, CEO of SimpleCitizen Incorporated, a legal tech company. And Sam, tell us a little bit about SimpleCitizen.
Yeah, I'm one of the co-founders of SimpleCitizen. We started the company 10 years ago. It's an immigration, a digital immigration and visa solution, which means we help individuals and families navigate the immigration process in the United States in a way through our technology and software that is easier, simpler, faster than some of the more traditional ways of navigating that process, either on your own or through the aid of an expensive lawyer.
So it's pretty similar to like your favorite like online tax filing software.
Exactly. You create an account, you answer questions about yourself and your family, you upload some documents. We have a third-party network of immigration attorneys who can review your application, make sure everything is good. Then we print it out, put little sticky notes where everyone should sign, mail that bundle to you. You sign it, send it off to the US government, and then we guide you through the rest of the process until the hopefully magical day where you get approved.
So you mentioned that you're not a law firm and you work with a network of attorneys. Tell us a little more about that.
Yeah, so what that means is in the United States, only lawyers can own a law firm, which means that tech companies like us and like many of the other tech companies that you know are not law firms. And they usually serve their customers by connecting them with third-party professionals, which means this is a long, complicated way of saying we're just a tech company. We cannot be a law firm. Therefore, we have created solutions that help customers get connected with the help that they need when they need it, while focusing on what we do best, which is technology, guidance, experience, helping customers.
On average, how long would you say it takes like your average customer to complete the process?
Look, we have some people who speed run through the process. I'm talking 30 minutes to an hour. This is essentially a quiz about yourself and your spouse. So a lot of people have that stuff top of mind. They know it really, really well, and they can get through that really fast. Other folks, typically 2 hours, a couple of days. And then after that, the process takes a few other days to complete.
Nice. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Fantastic.
Me bringing some of those up. So today we're going to be asking Sam questions about the new USCIS photo reuse policy. So Sam, let's get started. My first question to you is, what is the new USCIS photo reuse policy?
Yeah, so this is a new policy from USCIS. That's the U.S. Immigrations and Customs Services. So this new policy from USCIS basically states that usually when you submit an immigration application, as part of that application, you are attaching a few things. Obviously the forms, your supporting documents or copies of your supporting documents, the government fees that you are going to pay to the government as part of this application, and also passport photos of yourself. Now, typically, these need to be recent passport photos of yourself when you submit your application. And what USCIS is doing with this new policy rule or clarification is they are saying that on the date that you file that application, that picture of yourself, the passport photos, cannot be older than 3 years. So if you were submitting an application today, February 4th, 2006, at the time of recording, that means that the oldest passport photos of yourself that you could attach to the application, the oldest you could do would be February 5th, 2023. So they need to be current, up-to-date photos of yourself, passport photos when you submit the application.
Interesting. Why do you think they decided to change this policy?
Look, I can only speculate as to their motivations and reasoning, but at the end of the day, this is about reducing fraud and ensuring that the picture of the applicant that is going to show up on the actual green card or citizenship document or visa that they produce is the most accurate, up-to-date photo of that applicant that they can get, which means, they're going to attempt to tighten the rules about the time window when that picture is valid.
Okay. Okay. Our next question, can applicants still submit their passport photos by mail?
So the short answer to this is no. USCIS has clarified that no. The policy is that they will not use or reuse self-submitted photographs for the creation of secure documents like green cards. Now, as part of your application process, they will request a lot of the time that you submit recent passport photos of yourself. You are still required to do that. What this is clarifying is that when you go in for your biometrics appointment, they're going to, as part of that process, take your fingerprints. They're also going to take a picture of you, sort of like when you go to the DMV for your driver's license. They are going to do that regardless of whether or not you were required to submit recent passport photos with your application. And they are also clarifying that that most likely is going to be the picture that they use when they produce your actual green card.
Okay. Okay. Are there any specific forms that are exempt from the new photo reuse policy?
Well, new photographs are generally required regardless of this 3-year rule when USCIS is producing secure documents. So these are documents where the application requires you to submit things like the form I-485, which is the adjustment of status or the green card application for those of you following at home, the form I-90, which is the green card renewal application, and the 400, which is pop quiz,
Citizenship?
that's a bingo, citizenship and naturalization. So as part of those applications, they are going to get this photograph of the applicant during the biometrics appointment, regardless of whether or not you submitted, a recent application as required in your application process.
Awesome. Awesome. What should someone do if they get a biometrics appointment notice?
So if you get a biometrics notice or an appointment is scheduled, first thing you have to do is take it seriously. Do not miss this appointment. I'm serious. So set an alarm, set a second alarm, a third and fourth if you need to. Make sure you dress appropriately, arrive on time, early, even better. Take it seriously, make sure you are there. And whatever you do, don't think to yourself, well, as part of my application, I submitted passport photos, so I don't need to go in for this second photo shoot and have them get another picture of me. Do not do that. If you're scheduled for an appointment, make sure you are there on time and you go through the fingerprinting and photograph taking process, which is your biometrics appointment. Take it seriously.
Well, thank you for answering our question, Sam. It's been pretty helpful. Is there anything before we wrap up? Is there anything you'd like to say to our audience?
Look, there are a lot of changes that are happening with USCIS and US immigration right now, but SimpleCitizen is here, ready to help. We have a deep bench of experienced immigration attorneys that can review your application. And at the end of the day, all of us here at SimpleCitizen, we're happy you're here. So check us out, tell your friends and family, sign up today and get started on your green card application, your citizenship process, whatever it may be. We stand at the ready to help you.
It was great to have Sam Stockton on the show today. Check out simplecitizen.com to learn more. And if you liked what you watched today, please like, comment, subscribe, and keep watching, keep learning. All right, until next time.